Hey you, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today at Just Plus 5. We will be discussing about life with small children. And if it is your first time here on my channel, my name is Jessica. I am a mother of 4 beautiful children, 4 girls. Yes, I said it. I have 4 girls. And today we'll be talking about life with small children. In general, in this channel, you will find some topics regarding motherhood, regarding work-life balance, stay-at-home mother, marriages, women's. We'll talk about everything. You name it, we'll talk about it. So, just to give a background, like I did say, I have four children, 4 girls. My oldest is 6, and then I have 5 years old, 3 years old. My third is 3, and my youngest is about 18 months. So I wanted to give you those ages so that it will help with some of the questions that I got today that I have to answer. I got these questions from my subscribers. They sent me some questions they wanted to answer, and I hope these answers will help someone who is considering becoming a mother or becoming a mother of small children. So I'm just going to be reading the questions and I'll answer them to the best that I can. First question says, how do you deal with kids around the same age? All those little people around you at all the time? So yes, my kids are around the same age. How do I deal with them? I create some activities for them that keeps them busy. So the type of activities that you will see me doing with Malia, for example, is not going to be the same one that you'll see me doing with Mariah, because they don't have the same type of interest. Like you will see me recording videos with Mariah, and she does a lot of stuff, and Malia does not do all that. Mila doesn't like the camera. Micaiah is just out there doing whatever. So I have different activities based on their personalities, based on the things that they like to do. But are they with me at all the time? Absolutely not. No, they're not with me at all the time. So they have a routine. So every day they have quiet time, nap time, they have TV time, they have play time, they have story time. So I am with them during story time before their nap time. And then they play, they have their activities. When they have their TV time, I'm there too. So, excuse me, I'm not with them at all the time. Second question is, how do you cope with noises? How do you cope with noises? That's a great question. So I don't think I cope with the noise. I don't think I cope with the noise, but I think I am used to the noise. So I know which noise corresponds to what. So I can hear something, I know, oh, okay, someone is about to cry because one, either they broke something, they fell really hard, or something happened. And then you hear another noise, you go, nah, they're just playing. So you kind of just know what noise goes with what. And also, as a mother with small children, even if you only have one child, it's really concerning when there is no noise in the house, because when there are no noise, most likely they are doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. So the noise is kind of important too. And if you have small children and they're not really making noises, it could be concerning, because one, are they feeling all right? Are they okay? Are they sick? What's going on? All of that play a good role. So I don't cope with the noise. I'm just used to it by now. Third question is, what is the best thing about having kids? Woo! The best thing about having kids for me is just knowing that God created this little people and then trusted you to care for them. It's amazing. Sometimes we don't really look at it that way. I need some water. Sometimes we don't really look at it that way, but when we think about bringing life, it really is just that God created this person and selected you to care for the child. It's an amazing feeling, and then when you have children at home, there is no such thing, at least for me, There is no such thing as being bored. There isn't. They keep me busy, and I love it. They keep me busy, and I really, really do love it. All right, so I have another question here. It says, what would you say is harder, being pregnant or raising kids? Elaborate. All right, so first thing, I really like this question because I don't want to scare anybody out there, so I'll really answer this the best way that I can. First thing is, being pregnant is not hard. Being pregnant is a process of bringing life, right? It comes with different symptoms depending on each person. No pregnancy is the same. Everyone has different symptoms. Some people have really hard symptoms, like morning sickness are just not fun. You know, they're not fun. And I will be real, they are not fun. Some people, it doesn't bother them. Me, I don't like morning sickness because when I used to get them, bad. I can't do anything, bad. Some people, they have high risk pregnancies, for example, which maybe it stops them with their day-to-day activities. But pregnancy is not hard. Pregnancy is a special bond. Is a special bond that no other parents get to experience but the mother. It is a special bond. Now, what's harder, pregnant or raising kids? Now, we already talked about pregnancy. Now, raising kids, I also don't want to say it's harder. The word I want to use here is, I think I want to say it's challenging. It's not hard, it's challenging. And this is why I'll tell you that. Raising kids requires your time. It requires you to invest time in your children. It requires your presence. It requires your sacrifice. It requires your finances. It requires your entire mind. It requires you to shift your plans. It requires you to be available. There is no such thing as time off. There is no vacation. There is no, I'm just going to be away for a while. There is none of that when you're raising children. It's a job that you sign up until your last day on earth. You have to invest the time to teach them right from wrong. You have to invest the time to be available when they want to talk to you. Now, I like this question because it let me talk to parents. And I'll say this, if your child comes to you, want to say something to you, want to ask you something, stop what you're doing. Stop it. Answer the child. Talk to them. Be present. Don't assume you already know what they want to say. Take the time to listen. Take the time to understand. Take the time to be there. Some people just, buy toys, buy, video games, buy all of that to entertain the kids so that they can have some alone time. Children, this is when you have young children, this is a time when you create memories. This is a time when you create memories. And most of those memories are not going to be based on the new toys that you bought them. It's not going to be based on the new video game or the new Jordan that you bought them. It's not going to be based on the new, shirts that was so swagged that you bought them. No, it's going to be based on the time you spent with them. That time when you were outside, you were telling them a story when you were young. You remember? That's what they will tell their children. You remember the time when you were riding your bicycle for the first time and how it was a challenge for you? That's what you want to share with your children. That's the bonding. That's raising your child. Let's be honest. Let's invest the time. Most people don't do that. And I know it could be difficult. What I'm saying here, it could be hard, but it's something that you really have to invest. That's why it's a little bit challenging, because you have to put your best out there for your child. And sometimes you're not even at your best yourself. Now imagine, you have this child that's looking up to you. You have this child that has no one else to run to but you. So you have to be able to make sure you always set some times with your child. You always have to make sure in your crazy routine, I know, your priority should always be your family. No matter what you do in life, your priority is your family. All right. Question number 5. What do you think is the best kid? Is the best kid spaced out? Or should they be back to back or space? So I think this person is asking if it's best to have back to back children or to space them out. First thing I want to say is the decision to bring a child on earth is really it's really for the couple to decide. Okay. Some people like their children to be spaced out. Some people like their children to be back to back. There's a lot of things that need to be taken into consideration prior to considering either spacing out your children or having them back to back. Finances are one of them, because a child can shift your whole entire plan. Everything that you planned, they can just come and shift it all. Your finances, your vacation, everything can change really quick. So you always want to plan, which is best. And we have our daughters back to back. I remember when we conceived Mila, who is my second, Malia was 9 months, exactly 9 months. So why were our children so back to back? Because that's what worked for us. We talked about it and that's what we wanted. It worked out for us. Now I want to tell you this though. So between when we had Malia and Mila, it was fine. It was easy. No, it was piece of cake. We got parenting down. It was like that. When Mariah came, okay, first of all, now there is 3 little people and there's 2 of us. We were outnumbered. Because we were outnumbered, it was a little bit hard because first I used to take care of either Malia or Mila and Max would take care of the other one. Now, one has to take care of 2 and one has to take care of 1. We had to adjust a few things. So it's really a lot of things, minor things like that also that you have to consider when you're trying to decide either if you want to have them back to back or if you want to space them out. But ultimately, it's a decision up to the couple. Question number 6. How different was it from raising your first and your last one? Are you less worried or more lenient? So honestly, with my first, I was a new mom. I was learning. I was also freaking out about every little thing. Okay. If she scratched herself with a little nail, I'm like worried, concerned that, her face is just going to fall apart or something. If she cries a little bit funnier, I'm just like worried. I'm Googling it. What's going on? And, but now with my last one, between my first and my last, there's 2 other ones in there. So when I had my 4th daughter, I already had a lot of experience as a mother. So things like, she scratched herself, there's no panic involved. Okay, we'll be okay. If she has a little bit of fever, I know she's probably teething. But with Malia, it was like, freaking out mode. We need to call 911. My child has a fever. But not anymore. Am I less worried? Absolutely. I'm less worried because I learned a lot during the whole motherhood experience that I had. I learned a lot. But I am a strict parent. I am a very strict mother. My kids, they know it, but they love it. Question number 7. How do you keep up loving all the kids the same way? Or better yet, do you have a favorite one? So I don't look at my kid or my children as a group. I see them as individuals. So I know that, and they are so different. It's even hard to compare them because they are so different. It's like orange, apple, banana, strawberries. They are different. And the love is there. It's the same. It's like, it doesn't matter how many pregnancy you go through. When that baby come out of you and you're holding that baby, there is a special bond. It's the same way. You love them all. There is a special love for each one of them. Do I have a favorite? No, I do not. I do not have a favorite. All right. What has been your biggest challenge raising them? Okay. My biggest challenge raising my girls was not being there, or not having the time to be with them. It was such a big challenge that we had to make some real life decision. I remember one day we were in the car, and we were all in the car, and Max put on the song. It was a kid song, and they were all singing, Max included. They were singing, and I was just there. I couldn't sing because, one, I didn't know the song, and I have never felt less of a mother than that day. It was hurting so bad that we went back home. Oh my God. We went back home. I was in tears because I realized how much I was missing. I realized how much it was hurting me to not be able to know the things that they like, because I had a good job. The money was there. But I could not sacrifice the time with my girls. It's just something that I could not do. I couldn't do it. It was such a big challenge that I had to leave my job to become a stay-at-home mother. You know, it was that big of a challenge. So since we resolved that, right now it's just, learning with them as they grow, as I'm learning too. Question number 9. How do you prepare your girls for the society that we live in? How do I prepare my girls for the society that we live in? So what I do is I have real talk conversation. I really have real talk conversation with them. Children are actually not as I don't know the word I want to use here, but children understand better than we think they do. They understand things better than we think they do. So having real conversation, using words that they can understand, explaining them right from wrong. I always tell my daughters, it is absolutely okay. It is absolutely fine to be different. It is absolutely okay to stand out from the crowd. It doesn't matter if 10,000 people are telling you the wrong thing is right. If you know the wrong thing is wrong, you're not just gonna do it. And it is just fine. You need to be able to tell them to know that how important it is to do the right things, how important it is to stand up for the right things. It is important that you take the time to tell your children how important it is for them to make good decisions, how important it is for them to know right from wrong. You just have to have conversation, and you have to be honest with them. You have to be honest with them. Of course, you're going to use language that they're going to understand. And as they grow, those conversations are going to get a little bit bigger and bigger. But talking is the best way. It really is the best way to prepare them for the society that we live in. No one else is going to teach your child better than you. No one else will do. So you have to do it. You have to take the time. You have to do it. Question number 10. What it's like having 4 girls? Well, First of all, we don't have boys yet. So it's hard for me to compare now. But I can tell you my husband will love to answer this question, as he loves his daughters. It is wonderful. It is wonderful to have girls. And I didn't know how much someone can want to be like you until I had my daughters. They want to be like me. They want to dress like me. They want to do their makeup. They want to have their hair like me. They want to copy my style. They see mama as a model. They everything that they do, it's like, but mommy don't do it like that. But I want to do this because mommy does this. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like my second, who really doesn't care about camera, pictures, none of that. But when I am in the kitchen, she watches. She want to learn. She want to do what I'm doing. When I'm doing my makeup, she want to see. She asks, what's this? What's that? Why are you putting this here but not there? They look up to you. They really do. It's amazing. And they have a lot of different personalities that it just gets you, you know. Moriah is I'm just gonna give an example of Moriah. She reminds me of me when I was growing up with the things that she does. So sometimes it's hard for me to yell at her or to tell her don't do that, because I know you got this for me. But it's amazing. It's amazing to have four daughters. I love it. I love it. I love it. But for today, I have answered all the 10 questions that I got. I have more questions that I would be uploading videos. Stay tuned. There will be a lot more videos coming up. If you have a topic, you are a mother, you have a topic that you want me to discuss, please feel free, let me know, and we'll work out a video. Again, these questions that I answered, my intentions were just to help someone out there, help a mother who's considering having multiple children, help a young girl who is considering having a child, as these questions came from different type of women. Some of them don't have children. Some of them only have one. Some of them have multiple. Some of them are gonna have multiple. It's great. It's great that the audience is getting involved. But until next time, please stay tuned. Again, if it was your first time here, stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I'll be uploading here. It would be about busy, like I did say, so we'll catch up sometimes.